The other day when I was minding my own business on a live stream, I don't know how you mind your own business when you're streaming your stuff live. People peeped that I was making beats using vinyl. And then they had the question of, do you still use SAMPLA? And the answer is yes. I know I'm disappointing some people out there. I get it. Matter of fact, I use SAMPLA in my review video for the MPC sample. But serious question, does that make you hate me more or less? I don't know. Just leave a comment below. It was a coincidence that I got a copyright claim on that vinyl sampling stream. And I don't have a problem with that because I think a person that owns the copyright should get the rights to their music and get their music monetized, even if it comes at my own expense. But it makes it really hard for me to teach lessons on how to sample vinyl or sampling in general if this is going to be a reoccurrence. Hence why I like SAMPLA. No copyright strikes or claims on your videos. You can fully monetize an AI music generated sample. Here are the 3 plans that they offer. Remember, you can try it out for free, and if you do purchase, it is a one-time payment for a lifetime, which is an insane bargain for a music generator site. And eventually they will switch to a subscription-based plan that won't have a point-based system similar to like Splice. It's also worth noting that if you already purchased for a one-time fee, it is a one-time fee. They're not going to roll you over to a subscription out of nowhere. So I recommend that you get it now while it's still a one-time fee. Now let's talk more about constructing a good sample inside of SAMPLA and using it on your MPC sample. The trickiest thing for most people is writing a prompt. Like, most people don't know how to describe what would be a musical composition. Matter of fact, I have a whole video right here where it says how to make AI samples sound human in music production. I recommend that you see it, and the link will be in the description box. This video is about just laying out a prompt, saving it, and then using it later. But you can use the prompt library right here. Like if I was just to go over here and select lush 1970s Motown strings section, and then I was just to go to the other features right over here where I just mess around. I'm just gonna add some stuff, bro. It's as simple as this. Generate your beat, and then we'll be back onto it in 2 minutes. And here are the results. Man, the art of, let me get this off my chest. The art of crate digging will never die, gang. This is nowhere near threatening crate digging. You can crate dig, but boy, it feels good to have results like these with, little to no effort. But let's just say you did what I told you to do in previous videos where you've done the research on the record or whatnot, and then you have it. Of course, I'm going to pull it up in my save prompts, and once I pull it up in my save prompts, it is right here. You see it's a smooth 1980s quiet storm R&B, pensive and seductive mood. Relaxed 75 BPM because it's important to stress on certain things like time signature, BPM, etc., especially when it comes to scales. So you want to be particular about the scale that you're using. Don't worry about that. I'll have it posted in the description so you can copy and paste it and try it out yourself. It will give you a different result. Well, let's say we don't want it in a B major because the key is in a B major. Let's say D minor or something like that. So I'm going to put in D minor, boom, minor. Make some modest adjustments over here. I know I don't want it to be 60s sounding because it's not supposed to be a 60s sound, but 1970s is cool. I don't necessarily want to focus on that. I want to focus on no pianos, that is. I want to focus on brass and putting soul in priority. I could put R&B. I think that would make sense. So let's go ahead and put R&B. Then we'll generate that beat as is. And here are the results from that. I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna kill that one. My guys, I'm going to kill that sample. I don't care. Screw you guys. I know what y'all about to do to my video. Now, to get access to download or use any of the other options on SAMPLA, all you have to do is go to your library and then just hit download, and then you can hit this hamburger menu onto the right of download right over there. You can get the stems, you can download the wave, you can edit title, which allows you to take your prompts and save them if you mistakenly do not save them as you should save them. But I'm going to go ahead and go over to my profile because I already know what I'm going to sample, which is this sample right here. Ooh, so let's go ahead and download that sample real quick. There are two ways to transfer files from your MPC sample to your computer. The first one that I don't like using is this one right here, where I press and hold shift and hit pad number 16, which pulls up your information in terms of the loading project, saving, new project, and SD card access. So you will go to SD card access, and then you will click down on that, and then it will tell you preparing and so forth if I had it hooked up to the computer. But what I like to do is just simply turn off the MPC sample, which, you know, a lot of people would like to just transfer their files. I get like this weird hissing sound when I hook it up to the PC, so I just leave it alone. And then I would just get my SD card, my micro SD card, and then I would insert it into my dock. Once you insert your micro SD card into the dock, then you can just go over here into your files. It doesn't matter if it's Windows or Mac, it'll pop up on the MacBook and Windows about the same way. And I will go to the MPC sample SD card, go over here to samples. I see user samples. Then I can drag it into any one of these folders. What I'll do is I just drag it right here, and you can see what's going on. I open up another tab here, go into downloads, and then from there I will just cut, or you can copy and then paste it right onto your SD card folder of choice. After that's done, you can just close out the window, and then you can just grab the SD card because it is no longer mounted, put it right back into your MPC. Simple as that. As I struggle, once it goes into the MPC sample, I'll turn it back on. No problem. After that, you can either, if you're on a new project, then you don't have to do this, but you would press and hold shift and the 16th pad yet again to start a new project. I'll start a new project, and then I'll go to the pad of choice. And from there, I'll go to sample select. From sample select, I will select external right over here on this button. After that, user, boom, and it's right here. Then all you have to do from there is just hit on the data wheel, press down on it, and it will load into a pad. After it's put on the pad, just press the sample button. The whole sample should be right there. And then this is where a lot of people have problems, where they don't know how to chop samples. There is a chop button right over here. And once you press down on that chop button, it will go into chop mode. After you're in chop mode, you can chop in 3 different types. You have, I believe right now it is in threshold chopping. You have regions 4, you have chop region 16, region 8. I said region 4 earlier. Yeah, you do have region 4. I'm not tripping. That's from the MPC 2000 Excel. And you have what you call manual chopping. When you go into manual chopping, so I want that. Then you can just chop any way you want. Let's say you mess up and you don't want a specific chop. Press and hold erase while you're on the chop screen in chop mode, and then you can delete it. You can delete as many as you want. And if you happen to mess up when you're deleting stuff, I believe you can press and hold shift and undo. Well, it didn't undo it. So, whoopsies. But I don't have to worry about that because I can redo. Now for the final results. basically about it. I just wanted to show you guys the ropes of just using any kind of sample. It could be from a sample pack or something like that, but you know, I'm just using SAMPLA for this case, and you know, check it out. You can always try it out for free. Remember what I said, just to cue in on this yet again so that you guys understand, they are going to move to a subscription-based plan soon, so I recommend that you get in there where you can get a lifetime license so you can use it all the time. Of course, you can use it for free because there's a free version of it. I just want to make sure that you guys know about that.